All right, in Google Classroom, we're looking for our jewelry box drawing with box joints. We're going to be drawing our project plans for this project. And so if you click on the details here of the assignment, it's going to take you out to the instructions that you need to follow. Now, there's some parameters that we need to follow. It's going to be a 3D project plan that you're drawing. You have some maximum sizes that I would like for you to stay underneath. So, and that's 2 inches tall without the feet, 14 inches wide, and 10 inches deep. So those are the parameters I would like for you to follow when we are drawing our box. And I'm going to show you how to get started with the box. So all the box pieces are a 1/2 inch thick, and you need to have a minimum of 2 dividers. And so the 2 dividers need to be 1/4 inch thick. So you can see in here, there are 2 dividers in here, and then we have our box drawn around here. So let's take a look at how to start drawing this out. So I'm going to just draw at the maximum size, 14 inches by 10 inches. And this is the parameter of my box. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in here so we can see this bigger. Now what we need to do is we need to create the border, 1/2 inch. If we look at our information, a 1/2 inch thick is how big our walls should be. And so we're going to have a 1/2 inch border all the way around. Now, the easiest way to do this is to use the offset tool. So if I click the offset tool and I click the lines that I want here and I pull it in, just like when you're drawing, I'm pulling it, it doesn't matter how far. Now I'm going to type 0.5 and I have my 0.5 border all the way around. So that's how I can start doing that. Now I would probably put your dividers in at this point as well, and they're going to need to be rabbited and dadoed. So wherever you want to put them, maybe you want to have a divider, 3 up and down. Maybe you want to have one divider here and in a corner. So it only needs 2 dividers. So you could have one coming here and one attaching here. That would count for 2 in-piece dividers, however you would like to do that. So I'm going to just start here by drawing and coming out, let's go 5 inches. And then I'm going to come over to the edge. And I'm going to come over 1/4 inch, 0.25. And I'm going to do the same thing here, out to there. And I'm going to come out 0.25. And then I can connect the dots and erase what's left over. Now, your minimum dividers is 2. You could put more than 2 in here if you want. You could also have a divider, maybe you're going across here, but 2 is the minimum. Now these do need to be dadoed and rabbited in. So if we zoom in a little bit here, kind of take a look at our joints, I'm going to come in, we're 1/4 inch, I'm going to come in 1/8, 1 divided by 8, and draw the line over, and then erase this line that's in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Now this one's a little bit thicker, so I can go in a little bit deeper. It's 1/2 inch. I'm going to go in 1/4 inch, 0.25, and erase the extra material. And then I'm going to come in 0.25. And erase the extra material. And now here I'm going to have a rabbit. And so I got to decide where I want that rabbit to be. Do I want the rabbit on which piece? And so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to come up half the thickness, which is 1/8, and then draw it over. And that's the rabbit there. And we need to have everything rabbited and dadoed in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this around a little bit with the orbit tool. Oops, I forgot one over here. This needs to come in 1/4 inch, 0.25. And we can erase the extra material. So now I'm going to rotate this around with the orbit tool, okay, so I can see it. And I'm going to pull it up with my push-pull tool. Now the maximum size is 2 inches. You don't have to go that big. It could be, 1, 1.5, whatever you want to do. I'm going to put 1.5 for today. So I've got my box pulled up, and now I'm going to pull up my dividers, and they should come up to the same thickness. So if I pull it up and then I just pull my line over here, it's going to put it at the same level. And there's my box kind of laid out. So now what we need to do is we need to put the joints on here, the finger joints or the box joints. And if we take a look at our example here, you can see these are going to be a 1/4 inch, okay, and a 1/2 inch back. So we're going to put these box joints on, and they're going to go every other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing a line in a 1/2 inch, because that's how thick my material is. I'm going to come in 0.5. Oops, I don't think I'm on the right axis here. I want to make sure that line is red, which you can see right in the corner there. So I'm going to go 0.5. And I'm going to just rotate this a little bit more so it's a little easier to see. Just the plane I want to be on. So I'm going to grab the corner, and I'm going to make sure that line is red. And you can see just a hint of red in there when you got it just right. I'm going to count 0.5. And then I'm going to draw that line all the way up to the top. There we go. So I'm going to start by coming in up a 1/4 inch, 0.25. And I'm going to draw it over, and I'm going to come up a 1/4 again, 0.25. And up a 1/4 again, 0.25. And up a 1/4 again, 0.25. And up a 1/4 again, 0.25. Okay, and now I'm going to rotate this around, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to come in, make sure I'm on the green axis this time, 0.5. Draw my line all the way up. This time I already have my lines laid out. I can just draw them over. Make sure you're getting that green line to make sure they're snapped in straight. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to end up deleting every other one. So it doesn't matter where you start. Now all the corners need to match. So if the front and back have certain ones deleted, then the sides need to have certain ones deleted too. So I'm going to delete this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and we would see that line right in the corner. So that's what we would see there. Now up on top, we're also going to need to see where this one finishes. It's going to come back to the top because this piece of wood is going to have that groove there. So now what we did on this side, we need to make sure we do to the other side. So where I have this one deleted here, over on the other side, that's where it's going to need to be deleted. Now I'm not going to make you watch me do all of these joints, but I want you to do your finger joints or box joints on all 4 corners, and your pieces need to match. So if, like for example, this one here, my front long piece is right here. If you want your long piece with the lap there to be finished on top, then you would just delete from the other side. So that's how we're going to get started in drawing your box. I will give you some more information on how to attach the feet and how to attach the lid when we are done. But for now, this is how you get started with your box.